Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, September 28. The capacity of the National Water Commission, NWC, to truck water when needed has been boosted with the receipt of 8 new water trucks. The vehicles, which were procured at a cost of approximately $105 million from Tankweld Limited, were handed over yesterday. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says the drive to improve the NWC's responsiveness was initiated in 2020, but was hampered by the diversion of funds to manage the impact of COVID-19 on the island.
The NWC had no standing capacity to respond as a utility if there was a break in service to the customer. So we made a decision to allocate capital resources to buy these trucks.
The last purchase of water trucks for the NWC was made in 2009 when 10 units were procured. Meanwhile, Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Matthew Samuda, says the capacity of the trucks represents 35,000 gallons of water which can be distributed daily.
This returns normality when businesses are indeed interrupted with water supply. This returns dignity to households when they don't have water supply, either because of disruption or because of lack of connection.
The trucks will be assigned across the island as part of the NWC's response strategy. The region's first National Consumer Protection and Welfare Policy and Implementation Plan is one step closer to becoming a reality. Led by the Consumer Affairs Commission, CAC, the policy seeks to safeguard consumer rights and protection from unsafe goods and unfair business practices. It's also aimed at promoting environmentally sustainable businesses and consumption patterns, which will maintain Jamaica's first-place ranking in the Caribbean for ease of doing business. At a virtual stakeholder consultation and validation workshop for the draft policy, Portfolio Minister Dr. Norman Dunn highlighted the importance of finalizing the document.
Consumers are the largest economic group and continue to play a vital role in our economy, for which government must be deliberate in ensuring adequate safeguards and support for their benefit. Your deliberations today is to ensure that people are placed at the center of decision making.
The National Consumer Protection and Welfare Policy is being pursued through a 9-month project which began in January. It is funded by the Jamaica Foundation for Competitiveness and Growth Project. Meanwhile, the National Compliance and Regulatory Authority, NCRA, has sought to clarify its role and functions, which is separate but complementary to that of the Bureau of Standards Jamaica, BSJ. The NCRA is an agency of the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce, which is responsible for inspecting and monitoring food processing establishments. The entity is also tasked with inspecting commodities at the ports of entry, as well as ensuring that scales and measuring devices used in trade are accurate. The BSJ, meanwhile, operates as a facilitator and develops standards for commodities, services, and processes which are enforced by the NCRA.
When the food safety inspectors go out, we are now totally the regulators. Previously, when we go out as the Bureau of Standards inspector, the operators expect us to tell them what to be done and then afterwards inspect them, which you can't do. So the regulators, which is us, are now free to go out and do our job, which is the enforcement part, the regulation part.
Products which are non-conforming and not meeting the standards and the technical regulations, we have powers of enforcement. We can withdraw products from sale, we can detain products, we can seize them, we can destroy them, we can condemn them.
Both Mrs. Pinnock and Dr. Richards were speaking at a JIS think tank on Wednesday. In other news, hundreds of students in and around Olympic Way in St. Andrew are now benefiting from a library. The $9 million facility, which is located at the Jamaica China Goodwill Infant School, was built and outfitted by Reading Owls International with funds from C.B. Facey Foundation. It serves students who attend schools in the area, including Balcom Drive and Drews Avenue Primary and Infant. Plans are also in place to establish a homework and resource center in the coming months. At the recent handing over ceremony, Principal Sulin Ward-Brown expressed hope that the library will not only increase literacy rates, but also the community's profile.
This library, we're hoping, will open a window to creating more opportunities of partnership in our community and sharing and building into our future so that they too will see the sense of giving back to community and strengthen the bonds within the community and within our country, Jamaica.
And finally, the Ministry of Labour and Social Security is calling on Jamaicans, particularly the youth, to be respectful, compassionate, and caring towards older persons. This comes as the ministry continues to recognize the role and relevance of the elderly with a week of activities running through to October 1 under the theme Aging Jamaica, epitomizing resilience and greatness. Speaking at a recent Thanksgiving church service for seniors, the ministry's permanent secretary, Colette Roberts-Risden, underscored the importance of older adults to the society.
Seniors, we want you to know that as a nation, we value the lessons of courage, determination, persistence, respect, adaptability, strength, compassion, sharing, and tolerance that you taught us.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.